everybody. Welcome. Stacy and Sue are not here today. Our offices have been hijacked by rabbits. Oy, oy, oy. Welcome to the April Fool's Trivia Challenge. This will be a totally fun session. No competition, really, no prizes, just some fun and laughs together. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. While we're letting everybody in, if you'd like to change your screen name to a funny name, you can do that if you like. You just hover over your picture, and beside where it says mute, those three dots. If you click on that, it'll drop down and you can see rename, and click on rename, and then you can make up a silly name for yourself for our April Fool's Trivia if you like. Mm-hmm. I'll just give it another minute or two, and then we'll start.
Perfect. I like the name, Sue.
You like it? Chortleoffen. Chortleoffen.
Chortleoffen. I got 3 times. Chortleoffen.
It's actually shortened. My grandfather's name was Chortleoffen Hyman Plaster Faster Huisenoffen. But we shortened it down to Chortleoffen.
Love it. Got 1 minute. I got my timer set.
Oh, you're good. You're good. So everybody, if you're joining us, this is going to be a fun April Fool's Trivia Challenge. It's a little bit lighthearted and raucous, so you can feel free to unmute yourself and say something as we're going. Like, we're just going to have some fun. This is not a serious or pithy presentation, just lots of fun together. And we're glad you chose to come and join us today. Do you want to get started, Stacy?
Sure can.
All righty.
All right. This is me, right, Super Sue?
Yeah, you go for it.
All right. Well, welcome everyone to the first virtual seniors activity fair, April Fool's Day Trivia Challenge.
Okay, I'm Sue. I work at Cameron Center, and I'm here with my coworker Stacy, who, oops, a daisy, I just lost myself. There we go. Who also works at Cameron Center. And we're here just to have some fun with you today, all on the theme of April Fool's Day.
And just to add what Sue said, I'm Stacy. I work for Sue in the seniors area. And with the pandemic, we've just been pretty creative this last year, doing a lot of Zoom presentations with our seniors here. So we hope you enjoy how much fun that we had doing this for you, and we'll have fun for the next 20 minutes.
Yay.
Let's get started. All right. What makes an April Fool's Day joke really good? Surprise when it's unexpected, really tricky and almost believable, like a story on the news that makes you say, The retort, April Fools, when the joker reveals that they have tricked you. And let's just say at Cameron today, there's been a few tricks going on with our coworkers. But there's been some brown E's in a box, and they're not brownies.
Did you get a brownie?
Brown
Did you get a brownie,
letter
Stacy?
E. I got a brown letter E. No brownie.
Cut out of construction paper. Someone offered us brownies, and then they handed us the letter E cut out of brown construction paper. It was delicious.
Yes, it was really good. So that's about it. So we're going to have fun today. So we hope you enjoy the next few minutes. A little fun stuff for Sue and I, and on to some history of some great April Fool's jokes and pranks.
Okay, this one is from back in 2010. It was an online retailer, pretty far ahead of its time in 2010, ThinkGeek, and they announced this new product on April Fool's Day called unicorn meat. They described it as the new white meat, and it was an excellent source of sparkles. Another one, back in 1980, the BBC Overseas Service broadcasted that to keep up with the times, they were going to change Big Ben to digital. They wouldn't be needing the hands on Big Ben's faces anymore, so the first 4 callers would receive the hands as a free gift. And the funny thing is, people believe these things, at least for a moment, until they realize they're having their legs pulled.
All right, now we're going to start some fun jokes and some trivia. So question number 1, what I'm going to do is just read the question, give you a couple minutes and see if you have the answer. We're not going to unmute you if you don't want. We're just gonna have some fun. So question number 1, what monster plays the most April Fool's joke? Do, 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 do. Anybody know? Sue, let's reveal the answer. The answer is Frankenstein. Not sure if any of you guys got it, but that is the answer.
If you're keeping score for yourself, you can give yourself 1 point if you guessed Frankenstein or you were anywhere close. Next question. This is a multiple choice. Question 2. Which of these 3 titles is not a real song? A Fool Such as I by Elvis Presley. B, What a Fool Believes by the Doobie Brothers. C, Fool Me Once by Bo Bangle and the Jangles. D, Chain of Fools. So thinking about those 4 titles, what is not a real song?
We have an answer in the chat. We have one answer.
What's the answer in the chat coming through?
C. There's 2 answers in the chat. C.
Okay, the prevailing opinion is the correct answer, C, and that's right. There is no band called Bo Bangles and the Jangles, and there's no song called Fool Me Once. But I might be wrong, I often am. If you come across that song, let me know, and I will change my quiz for next time. All right, ready for the next question?
Oh, this is me. All right. What should you not write? Why? Sorry, let's start again. Why should you not write a book on penguins? Do 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 do. Anybody know? Do do do. Because writing a book on paper is much easier. Oh, Janice says it would only be black and white. That's good too, Janice. That's awesome.
That's a great answer. Don't try to write a book on rabbits either, because they run away too fast. All right, next question. This one is for knowers of history and culture. In Scotland, April Fool's Day is often called Hunt the Gowk or Hunt the Gawk Day. What is a gowk or a gawk? Does anybody know what that is? Ooh, it's not a rabbit. And the answer is a bird. The word gowk translates to mean a bird like a cuckoo. I think they're talking about something like a snipe hunt, where you actually trick people into thinking they're hunting for something that isn't available to be found. That's the Hunt the Gowk Day in Scotland for April Fool's Day. Ready for the next question, Stacy?
Yes, I'm ready. What critical flop 1984 country musical comedy starring Dolly Parton and Sylvester Stallone eventually became a cult classic? Does anybody know?
It's a multiple choice.
Was it A, A Taxi Driver, B, On the Waterfront, C, Heaven's Gate, or D, Rhinestone? We have some answers in the chat. We have D, and Sue, what is the answer?
I think our trivia guests are right on the ball with this answer.
It's Rhinestone. Critics loved Dolly Parton's singing, but hated pretty much everything else about this movie. Even so, it grossed $21 million at the box office, which was pretty good in 1984. So there you go.
All right, thanks for that one, Stacy. The next question is a movie trivia question as well. It's about the classic comedy, It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. This movie starred Spencer Tracy, Milton Berle, Sid Caesar, Buddy Hackett, and a whole ton of other big stars. It begins during a massive traffic jam caused by a reckless driver, and before the driver dies, he tells of a fortune of stolen loot buried under the Big W. Hey, if that was in Vancouver, it would be the Woodwards building, wouldn't it? But it isn't in this movie. Everyone takes off on a race to find the treasure, and lots of comedy ensues. And so the question is, in which year did this movie debut? Did it debut in 1986, 1950, 1963, or 1976? If you got a guess, you can put it in the chat.
Oh, we got a couple guesses. Let's give them a couple more minutes.
Answer 4, 1976. Any other guesses? 1963?
Oh,
All right, let's find out. It was indeed 1963. And if you haven't watched this movie, the critics say it's long, frantic, and stuffed to the gills with comic actors and set pieces, and that's exactly its charm. It's one of those funny, exhausting movies to watch. It just goes on and on with twists and turns. All right, the next and last question is Stacy's.
Okay, question number 7. We are going to show, we're going to do this, show you something, and then we're going to play a little screen after from the movie. So question number 7, what movie is this still image from? If anybody knows.
This is another multiple choice.
Oh, wow, we got some answers already. Possible choices are: number 1, When Harry Met Sally. Number 2, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Number 3, Love at First Sight. Or I think number 4, Rocky the Fourth.
Okay, and we're already getting some votes in favor of answer number 2 for Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Wow, look at that.
Shall we reveal?
Let's see the answer, Sue.
Here we go.
The answer is this 1988 movie about 2 horrible but adorable con men was a critical hit and box office gold. It starred Steve Martin and Michael Caine. So, yeah.
And I think it was actually adapted for the stage after being a movie, but it started from a play. So it's one of those things that's gone back and forth. And I think it's gotten funnier and funnier. So we have a moment now that Stacy can share a clip from this movie. Do you have it ready for us, Stacy?
I do. I just need to.
I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to let you share.
Okay.
Give me a minute. Share everything.
I know. I need to.
Well, Stacy's Stacy's setting up her share screen. We can play Find the Rabbit. Where is the rabbit? Sorry, I crack myself up sometimes.
All right. All righty, here we go.
Thanks, Squa-Ho. He called me a scary rabbit. This is a scene from the movie Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Hang on, I need
Did
to.
you hear sound?
Yeah, but I'm not sure. Yeah, sorry.
We're good, Stacy. Be able to keep the ad in a sec. Okay. They're forcing us to watch it a little more.
Yes.
There we go. Do you want to maximize that? Don't hit stop, just hit there, yeah.
Not mother?
No, Ruprecht. She's not our mother. Go on, Diana. You were saying?
Well, I think that the...
Ruprecht!
May I take your trident, sir? Yes.
Now, Diana, as you were saying, you don't think the poor should be allowed in museums?
I think the
Ruprecht, don't take the cork off the fork.
Why is the cork on the fork?
To prevent him hurting himself and others. Ruprecht, eat your applesauce. Ruprecht, we have wonderful news. Diana and I are going to be married, and we are all going to live in Palm Beach. Ruprecht! Your food.
Excuse me. May I go to the bathroom first?
Of course you may.
Thank you.
Oh my. Yep, that's an all-time very silly movie. Let's switch it over to our gallery view. If you'd like to do that. Oh, I know what we'll do. We'll unspotlight.
Yeah.
Shall we remove our spotlight, Stacy? I'll take them off. So
The checkers game.
Okay. We back, Sue? You're muted.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
unmuted. How did everybody do with the trivia questions? Did you get a lot of the answers, or was it mostly mysteries to you?
There is some pretty good answers there.
Mhm. And I'm also curious to know if anyone would like to share, have you been tricked today for April Fool's Day, or have you played an April Fool's trick on anyone? You can feel free to unmute yourself or to share in the chat. No April Fool's jokes coming up.
There was another one I had, someone else just came in with a box and it had a different kind of brownie. It was a Girl Guide and a brownie, but they were the girls cut out as a brownie. So not a brownie. There was people like the fairies and all that stuff. So that was in a box. We had that. So we've had a few little tricks of the trade here at Cameron. So
I think we have a theme going on, fake brownies for April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
However, our session will end right at noon, and traditionally, at least in British Columbia schools, April Fool's Day is over at noon. I think that's something to save teachers and school staff sanity, so the kids don't keep up silly hijinks till 3 o'clock. However, Stacy and I have been invested with powers of April Fool clemency and permission. So we hereby give everyone in this meeting today permission to be as foolish and as fooling as you would like to be until such time as you see fit to stop. So please go out in the world and spread foolishness and silliness everywhere. And I hope that you find opportunities to laugh today.
There's a little bit of fun. So if there's any other questions and stuff, I think that's it for our presentation. But if anyone else wants to talk about what they're doing and stuff, it's up to it's open mic, I guess, right now.
Oh, we got a thanks for being silly in the chat. You are welcome. Silly is sometimes a little uncomfortable, but always feels good. Stacy,
Yeah.
This is your 5-minute warning.
Oh, thank you, Matthew.
Oh yeah, it's your 5-minute warning. I have 2 screens going.
Thank you, Matthew.
Your bunny ears there, Matthew. Come on now. So,
Oh my goodness.
Okay, thanks everybody. You're welcome to duck out to your next presentation now. We'll see you around. And if you like to be playful, Stacy and I are hosting the Scattergories game. What the heck time? At 1:20 this afternoon in this very same room. And we probably will not appear as bunnies. It should be a lot of fun. See you soon, and thanks for coming to the fair today.
Thanks, everyone. You guys can leave the room and then we can readmit to the next one that you want to go into. So thanks for joining us.
Thanks again.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you.